Hiya! Welcome to Unpack and See, where I open, review, and do. These are items and kits I've purchased myself. The opinions expressed and the techniques shown are my own. Today I have a Vendees Surprise D.I.Y dispenser that I found at Walmart. It was on clearance for $1 and it was the only one I saw, so I don't know if there's any other versions of this, but the outside was so cute and colorful that I had to get it. And I recently did a squishy makeover, redo.
Mission. Quest. Thank you.
So this box intrigued me. Let's get to unpacking. This dispenser says Kawaii Cute Squishy. It's got a picture of one here. It says color your squishy friend and pop to reveal, but I'm assuming it's going to be this unicorn. It says there's 3 surprises inside. There's doors here, here, and here. 3. Aw, I really like the little avocado and panda. That's cute. Oh, and it says there's 6 mini vending machine themes, but like I said, there was only this one. It says color your own squishy friend. It has 4 markers, which I won't be using, a sticker roll, 1 bag with 1 scratch coin, and 1 scratch off sticker sheet, 1 keychain, and easy to follow instructions. I'm not going to follow those instructions. I'm going to do my own thing. Since I've seen others try to use markers and spoiler alert, they don't work and look scratchy, and no, that's just not what I'm going for, not the level of frustration that I want. Anyway, I hope I get this unicorn because that's what I wanted to paint. So let's see what's in here. Looks like the markers are in this one. Oh, there it is. It's a little smaller than I thought, but okay. I'll have to clean up the edges. Stars on its butt are raised, but I can fix that. It's not a slow rise, but hey, it was a buck. Markers are kind of stuck in there, so I'm just going to leave it. And the next one, aw, how cute. I thought the keychain was going to be for the squishy, but it's a little narwhal key charm. Okay, that was worth $1. Next one. Surprises are sweet packet. Oh, it feels like the coin thing. I like the artwork on the packet. I'm going to save that. It says stay cool on one side and it says Vendees on the other. And then I guess this is the scratch off sticker. I'm guessing this is either a mermaid or fairy. Do that in a minute. Wow, that's a lot of stickers. Nice. Okay, did I get an avocado? Yes! I got an avocado. Look how cute. Okay, so it's a repeat sheet. That's fine. The artwork's adorable. Again, worth $1. Aha, there's the instruction sheet. But I'm not going to use these. And the markers. So, scratching time. The coin kind of works, but meh.
Several song-filled hours later.
Okay, so it's not a mermaid or a fairy, it's an ice cream cone. Again, meh. Overall, this was definitely worth $1. Even without working on the squishy itself, I'm quite happy with this kit. And the squishy looks good. I got a little bit of cleaning up to do, but I think this is going to work out great. I did find this similar item on the Walmart website for $4.93. I think I would have even picked it up at that price. Before any painting gets underway, I cleaned up the seams and tried to flatten out the stars. Then sanded it down to give the paint something to hang on to. If you don't sand these things, the paint will just peel right off or rip when you squeeze it later. Not that you really should squeeze a custom squishy, but it should really retain its original purpose, don't you think? Even though the squishy is already blank, I did want to give it a base coat of matte white paint just to cover in case there were any imperfections. And rather than using puffy paint to seal where I had cut off the stars, I layered the matte paint on pretty thick and got a decent smooth surface. And then let that dry overnight. And my apologies because I either A, did not hit record on the camera, or 2, I lost the footage from the camera of mixing and putting on this watermelon color and green around his feet. I mixed the matte fabric paint with some pink fabric paint in addition to a bit of orange and yellow to come up with this color. From the thumbnail you can see I'm going for a watermelon unicorn. The first batch of green I mixed dried a little too dark, so I just got more of the green and the white and kept mixing and mixing to get the color that I wanted, kind of a medium green. I'm using this green on the hoof area, the tail, and the mane. Once all this was dry, I went back in with the watermelon color to touch up around the edges and clean up stray spots. I used my ball tool and the green straight out of the bottle and made an outline of where I wanted the hoof to be. Then I went back in with a finer brush and filled that area in. Once I'd finished painting all the hooves this way, I propped them up in the plastic tray to dry. I try to use all the packaging, and these plastic trays make great pallets and places for your squishy to dry. Don't ever throw them away. I then added the dark lines on the tail and mane. I tried not to obsess over them being perfect since the lines on a real watermelon aren't either. I like how it's turning out so far. To prepare for my attempt at a gradient, I used painter's tape to protect the area I didn't want messed up and painted a ring of white around the top. I mixed up a lighter green and with a blob of white started basically tapping the color in place. Green along the bottom and a tap of white above. My intention was to bring the green up from the hooves and into the white, and then the white into the watermelon, like a fade out to the rind effect. This was not easy at all, getting this type of paint to blend to a gradient. The trick is to try and blend it quickly before the paint starts to dry because it will start to get clumpy when you add more paint over a previously painted area. In fact, I tried to do it with the watermelon color and the white and it just ended up looking ugly and...
Ew, that's gross!
Instead, I decided to straighten out the watermelon in white rather than struggle trying to fix the gradient. And later, once that had all dried, I peeled off that tape. Seeing that straight line is just so satisfying. I can still see the outline of where I cut the stars off of his butt, and that was actually helpful because I used that as a guide to where to put the watermelon seeds I was using for his cutie mark. I just used a pencil to lightly sketch in where they would go, and I used black fabric paint to fill them in. Now before you say anything, no, I did not use googly eyes on this unicorn in the way you might be thinking. These are very helpful to figuring out where to put the eyes on a figure where the eyes are on opposite sides of its head. I just added some painter's tape behind each eye and stuck it on, and then used my pencil to sketch around the outside. Then I just pop them off and start sketching in how I want the eyes. And if I messed up, I just used my eraser. Once I was happy with that, I started filling it in, first with the white. I used the dark pink I mixed up earlier for the inside of the ears and the spiral of the horn for the outline. I really liked that lighter color green, so I ended up using that for his eyes. And constantly checking that they're both about the same size. I used black to give him eyelashes and fill in his pupils. And to finish off the eyes, I used the dotting tool to add the eye shines. I also added some white seeds on his forehead. And just to give the horn a bit more,
what the French call a certain, I don't know.
I mixed translucent glitter paint with a pinch of pink mica powder and applied it to the horn. So here he is, all finished up. I learned that I still need to get a lot more comfortable with fabric paint. It doesn't work in the same way that acrylic does, and I'll have to practice gradients a lot more, but I really do like how he turned out. I see why people enjoy this squishy painting. It was a very relaxing process. So overall review, this kit was definitely worth $1. In my opinion, you definitely need to use other materials to complete the squishy, but a $1 DIY squishy.
Come on, man.
The extras like the keychain and the stickers really made it worth it. I'd like to thank you so much for watching. I'm definitely going to be making more squishies in the future. You can stay tuned by subscribing. If you'd like to see more of my art and what I'm currently working on, please follow me on Instagram. The links, as always, are in the description box below. I'll see you in the next one.